everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that every single business deals with, managing costs. But look, this isn't about painful budget cuts. It's about getting smarter, way more strategic, and ultimately more profitable. So let's get right into it. So let me ask you a question, right off the bats. Are those little unseen or maybe just accepted costs? Are they quietly draining your profits? It's that nagging feeling we all get, but it's often tough to figure out exactly what to do about it. And this right here, this is the crucial mindset shift. We have to get away from the idea of just, taking an axe to the budget. This is about being smart and purposeful. It's about turning saving money into a real strategic advantage for your business. So that's our goal for this explainer. We're going to build a smart, strategic plan together, one that's actually designed for long-term health, not just short-term survival.
Okay, first things first, let's get on the same page with what cost optimization even means. It's not a one-and-done thing. See those words? Continuous and disciplined process. Continuous means it literally never stops. And maximizing business value? That's key. It means we don't sacrifice the very things that make our business great in the first place.
So where on earth do we start? Well, think of it like going to the doctor. First, you need a diagnosis. We're going to give your business a full financial health check to find out where every single rupee is really going. I mean, think about it. You wouldn't just start taking medicine without knowing what's wrong, would you? Of course not. It's the exact same idea here. It is absolutely essential to map out all your expenses to get a clear baseline. This is our starting point. This is our ground zero. And boom, a high-level view like this immediately tells a story. You can see right away, for this business, raw materials and manufacturing are the heavy hitters. Together, they make up a massive 60% of all costs. Just that one little insight tells us exactly where we need to aim our focus first. But a chart is just the start. To get the real insights, we have to dig deeper and find out the why behind those numbers. For each one of these categories, we have to pinpoint the primary cost drivers. So the specific things that are actually pushing those costs up. Like for logistics, is it fuel prices going crazy? In tech, maybe it's some super expensive software subscription. Answering these questions, that's where the real savings are hiding. Okay, so our diagnosis is done. We know exactly where the money is going. Now for the exciting part, choosing our strategy. Let's explore the 4 main paths we can take to find some smarter savings. We've got 4 powerful tools in our toolbox. Number 1, negotiate. Go back to your vendors, talk about bulk purchasing. This is often the lowest hanging fruit. Number 2, automate. Use tech to handle all those repetitive tasks so your team can focus on more important stuff. 3, outsource. Let specialists handle things that aren't really your core strength. And 4, optimize. This is all about improving efficiency and just, using less stuff. Now let's just compare 2 of those big ones for a sec. Automation, that's usually going to need a bigger investment up front, but it gives you way more control down the road. Outsourcing, on the other hand, can be cheaper to get started, but now you're relying on a partner. So here's the deal. There's no single right answer. It completely depends on your business goals and what you're trying to do. A great strategy on paper is one thing, but making it actually happen, that's a whole other ballgame. So now we're shifting into execution mode. Let's look at the real financial impact and, just as important, how to handle the risks that come with it. So what's the prize for all this hard work? Well, in this scenario, the plan we've put together could generate a staggering 1.5 million rupees in annual savings. I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. What could your business do with that kind of extra capital every single year? But of course, savings like that don't just magically appear out of thin air. Real strategic optimization usually needs an upfront investment. In this case, it's 500,000 rupees to fund new tech and some process changes. It really comes down to that classic idea, sometimes you've got to spend money to save money. And here, this is why that investment is such a no-brainer. It delivers a 300% return on investment. Just let that sink in. For every single rupee you put into this plan, you get 3 rupees back in savings, year after year. That is the incredible power of thinking strategically about your costs. Okay, but let's be realistic for a minute. Every big change comes with risk. You could end up compromising on quality, it could affect team morale, or just disrupt your daily operations. It would be a huge mistake to jump into this with your eyes closed to the potential downsides. But the goal isn't to avoid risk, it's to manage it smartly. And we do that by rolling out changes in phases, not all at once. By communicating super clearly with your team every step of the way, and by setting firm quality benchmarks that you just will not compromise on. That's how you protect your business while you're improving it. So, you've launched the plan. How do you actually know if it's working? You measure everything. This table shows the key performance indicators, or KPIs, that you absolutely have to track. Are your operating margins getting better? Is your cost per unit going down? You have to review this data religiously, monthly, quarterly, to make sure you're staying on the right track. And that brings us to our final section, and honestly, maybe the most important one. This is not a project that just has an end date. True cost optimization is a never-ending tune-up. It's something that has to become a core part of your company's DNA. To make these savings actually last, you have to build a culture of continuous improvement. What does that mean? It means you schedule regular cost audits. It means you create systems so your employees can suggest better ways to do things. And it means always keeping your eyes open for that next opportunity to get just a little bit more efficient. Ultimately, it all boils down to this one huge strategic question. How can you get the biggest long-term savings without ever sacrificing the quality and the efficiency that your customers know and love? Finding the answer to that question, well, that's not just about saving money, it's the true art of strategic cost optimization. Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.